Hi, Mom.
Mm-hmm.
At work? Hey, Mom.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got.
I think that works.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, everybody, we are live. Welcome back. Looks like everybody's going back to work today, judging by the actual traffic in the city. We're happy to be here. Hope you're excited to see us as well. Big show planned for today as myself and Travis Trella here at Midcoast Studio. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you. Be sure to share that with your friends. Let's say hello quickly to The Witcher, Chris Gardner. Good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Oh, you do look like The Witcher. That makes a ton of sense now.
What's The Witcher?
It's
I'm not exactly sure. I've just heard people talk about it, and then a guy has long grayish hair.
yeah. I think he's like an immortal superhuman being,
Oh.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
but
Yeah.
he has great looks. It's Henry Cavill. He used to be Superman.
Yeah.
He's a good-looking guy.
Did you say immortal?
I think he's immortal.
Tough break, huh?
Sorry, bro.
That would.
But
be,
you look good.
That would be the worst, though.
You look good though.
Why would you want to be immortal?
If you were immortal, would you walk amongst regular people? Would you have like a weird old castle?
Well, if I'm immortal, I could probably switch it up from time to time.
Yeah, right.
Those taxes will get you every time.
Would they?
The castle taxes, of course. You see what happened to Nick
There's
Cage?
a castle tax?
I'm sure there is. Why you need a castle
Well,
just
keep
because you're
Nick Cage's name out of your mouth.
Why do you have to have a castle just because you're immortal?
I was asked the question. That's why.
But why would you agree to such a
Because I could switch it up at any point. I'm immortal. I'm
Okay.
probably going to live in a lot of different places
Okay.
Right.
and do a lot of different things if I'm immortal.
Do you think it's worth it to be immortal if you're regular? Like you're not superhuman, you don't get the
Just a dude who doesn't die.
Yeah. That'd be fun.
I mean, eventually you would pick up enough knowledge where you would basically be able to operate as a superhuman, just because you'd be so much smarter than everybody. You would think.
Now,
That's the question. Would
You're
you
perpetually a C minus.
That's what I'm saying. What if you're I'm about to say, yeah, what if you're just a regular
how
Joe?
old am I? The same age for?
Yeah, you're like
You're
39.
You're
You're that. You're not 40, but
Right.
you're not in your early 30s either. So
So
you're,
you're
in that
constantly
weird.
waiting to go over the hill, but you
Yes,
never can
But
because
you never
you're
can.
immortal.
It's like an endless hill. You're just
Yeah.
steadily climbing at 39.
Who was the Greek whatever that had to push the rock up and down the hill for eternity, or push the rock up the hill only to watch it roll all the way? Sisyphus.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like Sisyphus.
Okay.
You have to roll the boulder up the hill and it rolls back down, and you have to roll it back up for back and forth repeatedly for eternity.
Is that what your life feels like now?
Sweet release will be accomplished at some point.
It's a good start to a Monday, huh?
Happy
have
New Year! Happy New Decade!
Happy new decade. You leaning into that?
He is.
Okay.
I had sent you guys a text yesterday.
How you feeling?
First T-Gar of the decade tomorrow, gentlemen.
Hmm.
I'm feeling okay. I had a good weekend.
What was on the weekend docket?
First off, Good Morning Walnuts.
Okay, I
I don't
like
want to
that.
forget
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, it's still going.
I like that.
So we're in the 20s, right? And so we're doing the Roaring 20s.
I was just gonna recycle that one, huh?
Just, I guess, because of the rise of fascism.
There you go.
Opulence that's currently within certain parts of society.
True.
Waiting for it all to collapse.
That's soon enough.
Really, at some point economically. I also had 2 parties to attend over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and like the top floors of some of the bigger condos in the Central West End. I felt
Oh.
like Jay Gatsby.
Ah, like walking around in those shoes, don't you?
How'd
Wasn't
that go?
bad. Wasn't bad.
Mm.
Last night's, my friend has he's into antiques. His entire apartment is antiques. Antique radios, antique lighters. His refrigerators are antique refrigerators.
It's a bit annoying.
But this also means he has a study with a giant bookshelf made of oak and just old books. But it also doubles as the smoking lounge with a clear view just shooting down Lindell of the Arch in the Central West End. And I just sat in there and smoked cigarettes all night. And it was fantastic.
Did you feel like you were like the keeper of the lair?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of my lawyers showed up, and I don't know what his deal is, but he's starting to wear turtlenecks. So he had a turtleneck on with the coat with patches on it, And so we were making him hold one of the antique pipes and read from the books.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so then I would laugh and just go, oh,
Did you read any of the books?
There was an economics one I kind of breezed through a little bit.
So you ready to apologize?
To who?
The elites. Because apparently you like how they living.
It's not that bad, huh?
Not bad, huh? Like that little smoking room, didn't you?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it felt good, didn't it?
You just,
It felt right. Felt like you were supposed to be there, right?
no.
It felt like the
I
world.
feel like I never belong anywhere. I'm a mutt.
But you didn't have to be bothered with the world in that moment.
Yeah, and that was nice.
So you like how they living?
I like it from time to time.
Okay,
I don't.
alright, that's
I don't want to live like that constantly.
What, you don't want to live in a state of bliss?
But you're ignorant to the rest of the world.
You
then.
don't care anyway.
You don't think I care about people?
Ah.
Okay. You got a bad read on me then?
Okay. Maybe I'm just misunderstanding you. I just feel like you wanted to walk around. I think sometimes you doth protest too much. I think just so you can look cool to your urban friends, you try to sound woke, but you enjoy.
What do you mean by urban friends?
Like, you know, the ones that you may see on your bus stop on your way to work. I think this is your way to relate with them, but I think also deep down inside.
I relate with them by smoking menthols and then
To relate.
freely
to relate.
giving them away.
Were you smoking menthols inside that
Yeah.
fancy room?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
I did have one American Spirit.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, trendy. What a night.
All right, John Hamm, relax.
Oh, there was a girl who didn't want to finish her cigarette, and of course I was going to take it off her hands.
Oh, I'll take
Was she
that.
the Baroness? Was she the Duchess of York? Who was this young lady?
No, I mean, I don't
Little
know.
fancy castle parties.
And that, there was a piano player too.
See? You like it. Just
The
admit
gentleman played, and then the gentleman who hosted the party the previous night, who plays the piano,
Multiple
and then
night
they
parties.
joined in and were playing. So then I sat in the living room,
it. Did you have
sipping on my club soda,
out of a
just watch-
Cavassier glass?
just watching them play
Were you
piano.
sipping that out of
But
Cavassier?
he also had rye bread party pizzas, which are the best.
See?
Aren't
Were
rye
you
bread?
were you hawking around those?
Oh God. Me and another friend were alternating so it didn't look bad, but we would load up each plate, so it wasn't the same person going back for all of them at the
Sure.
same time.
You share 'em.
So that was our strategy to make it, look like we weren't taking all of them.
Mhm.
But
That's a big weekend for you.
it was different. It was a nice wind down of the holidays, back to back parties.
It is kind of back to reality, isn't it?
Yeah, this is where like you start remembering the days.
Yes.
Yes. That's a perfect way
Because
to
when
describe
it hit me last on New Year's Day, which was a Wednesday, which when I was saying this to someone last night, I said it was a Thursday, which just goes to my point that I couldn't remember what days it was because it felt like a Sunday. And so I was like, I don't. And I am a creature of habit, and a lot of us are. And so I get a little. I'm like, I don't know what. I can't remember my laundry. Am I supposed to do laundry today?
I'm with you, guards. I'm with you completely, 100%. It like the holidays falling in the middle of the week just fuck
Screwed,
shit up.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't get comfortable where you can sleep in, and you didn't want to be an ass and not work on days because it's not a holiday. It was just very. You didn't know when to end and when to begin.
Yeah. I didn't know what we were doing.
Yeah,
I couldn't really figure it out. Like
I agree.
work, personal, like
Yeah.
anything to do. I'm like, I don't even know what to do.
Yeah.
So I just go out for a walk or something like that. Just like there was one time I almost just got on the bus to ride the bus. I'm
Damn.
like, just take me somewhere,
Oh, sure. Where? Anywhere.
anywhere.
No, I feel you there, Gardner. I'm completely on board with that. It's this, yeah. I didn't think it was gonna mess me up, but it absolutely did.
Yeah.
It completely threw everything off. I can't explain it. I know I'm having a difficult time articulating it, but
That's the whole point, though.
yeah, that's the thing. Like it's just you're in a very state of blah.
Yeah, you're just wandering.
Right there, it is.
It was a zombie holiday.
Yes, it was very much that. But I'm glad to have the new year started and have some
order back in
a
our
little bit
lives.
of discipline, a little bit of order back in our lives. You and I will be performing live in the Soulard area.
Why don't you tell everybody about it?
Well, Chris, it's called.
I'll knock it out. Each year, I'm going to break this down. Travis and I will be emceeing this tonight. You can stop by. It's free to come by. Doors open at 5 p.m. There's petitioning at 5:15, and procession starts at 6:40. What is this, you say?
What is this,
Petition.
Chris?
Let me sign a petition for the revolution.
Okay, relax.
It's a revolution of sorts. It's 12th night in Soulard tonight. So this is the official start of Mardi Gras. Did you know that?
Oh no.
So just whenever you thought you could cleanse that liver, Travis,
boy.
there's drinks and cheer and fun and marching. You're into marching. Each year,
Wait.
the 12th night after Christmas
You
marks
said petition. You said nothing about a protest.
marks the beginning of the Mardi Gras season. The night kicks off with the board of directors converging in a cozy corner of Soulard to decide whether to order the commencement of Mardi Gras, while local leaders, politicians, and crews petition with their best performances and bribes of liquid refreshment.
Do they ever say no? Or are they like ancient astronaut theorists where they
I
always
think
say
it's
yes?
more of an ancient astronaut
okay.
situation. Boy, that would be a real kick in the pants to
No,
St. Louis.
we're not going to do it.
Yeah, your skit. These are skits. These are actually skits. The skit you did to perform for all the board and everything, we thought it was lacking. We're canceling this multi-million-dollar neighborhood-saving event every year. The board votes after a heated and often raucous debate, then make the official proclamation that we will have yet another Mardi Gras season in Soulard. Luckily for us, throughout the decades that Soulard's hosted Mardi Gras, the board has always voted unanimously in favor of Mardi Gras. So there is a little bit of suspense
Should I
involved.
come down there and video this, saying there could be some drama this
Yeah,
year?
right. We're hearing maybe no Mardi Gras.
There's some rumbling. There's some rumors.
After that, collection of party pros and dignitaries marches throughout the Soulard neighborhood, crowning that year's Mardi Gras Rex, and then christening and raising the Mardi Gras flag to proudly fly over the Soulard neighborhood throughout the Mardi Gras season. It's free. Doors at 5. Again, it's at the Bud Light Party Center in Soulard Market Park. I was over there on Friday. It is a 15,000 square foot tent. There are levels and stages, and it is huge. So come join the fun tonight. We'll be there. What better way to start off partying on a Monday, January 6th, 2020?
Welcome to the new decade, Travis.
That's right. And we will be really just corralling a bunch of people, hooting and hollering, and we'll probably introduce ourselves. He'll make a fat joke. I'll make a black joke, and we'll rock through it.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Did not know that this included all of that. And so just, if you're going to be entertained tonight, imagine how I'm going to feel. So come on out. I did not know.
We've talked about it a few times.
I know. I just thought it was going to be like a couple people
Yeah.
coming through at the
He
back
can't
of a
process
bar.
it.
He can't.
I
Yeah.
thought it was just going to be like some folks like on a patio. Be like, yo,
No,
what's
no, no.
good, Soulard? Woo,
No.
woo. It
What if they
starts
say
no?
now. We hit a button, boom, confetti.
VIP
we go
area.
home in like 20 minutes.
There's a VIP. No. This is an all-night affair. This is 3 stages at a VIP area.
No Mardi Gras Hawk tomorrow.
And no, I can't do that. And and whoever the Rex is could be somebody famous. It could be somebody locally very just well known.
Is this the
We'll
king?
see. Essentially,
Is that why they call it Rex?
last year's was Missy Kelly of downtown St. Louis.
Okay.
She was the CEO of that.
I'm okay. I'm excited. I'm excited now.
I saw Rex Sinkfeld yesterday.
So I
Did
got,
you?
so I got to dress up
I
for
don't
this
know if
thing.
Yes, something purple and yellow.
Oh, like those
Purple
like
and
those
yellow.
cakes.
Mardi Gras. Yeah.
Are they-
Don't dress like the Mardi Gras
Are
baby.
they baby
That'd be
cakes?
gross.
Is that what they're called? Baby cakes?
Yeah.
Can
Those
I,
are good.
If I find like a Mighty Ducks jersey, can I wear it?
I think that's probably more. No.
Okay. What if I get like a New Orleans Pelicans special edition Mardi Gras jersey?
Now we're talking.
Okay.
Now we're
Do
talking.
they have that?
I don't know. I probably can't afford
You gonna
it
procure
anyway.
one of
Yeah.
those? Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I got to figure this out. I'm so nervous now.
Should we go to Goodwill after the show?
Oh, I don't know. I'm so nervous now. Maybe we should. I don't know.
Or you have anxiety?
No.
Is
I'll
he
be
laying the
fine.
groundwork to not come in?
No.
For tomorrow? I was
No.
trying to lay the groundwork for that.
Oh, okay.
I'll probably start doing that sometime just before the show starts.
You already did that. You went like, oh man, oh no.
I
Oh, that's a
mean,
lie.
I mean, I can broadcast. We can pull up the VMix.
It's king
We
cake.
use VMix.
King cake, by
King
the way.
cake. Okay.
King cake.
Thanks,
Why
Black
did I say
Sheep.
baby cake?
Because you find the baby. Yeah, they put a plastic baby in it, and if you get it,
There might have
that's
been
like
a
luck.
minor league baseball team named the Baby Cakes.
Yeah,
in that
I
area or
remember that.
something
That's
like
what I
that.
named mine.
Maybe that's where I got it.
What's
I don't
that?
know.
That's what I named my asses.
Baby cakes?
Baby cakes.
You say that?
No, I don't.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Nah, well, not that cool.
You think that's cool?
Oh, definitely not as cool as Missouri's Brad Pitt,
Why?
Why?
because he won a Golden Globe last night.
Is that his first
And he
one?
shot out the Ozarks in his speech. He shot out, oh, I was going to invite Mama, but any woman I'm seen with these days, everyone thinks I'm dating. So I thought that'd be awkward. But he's like, Mama, she wanted to come out, but she couldn't. But Brad Pitt won for Best Supporting Actor.
For Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
For Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Gave even a shout out to his the new best friend, Leonardo DiCaprio. Like,
They're on WTF with Mark Maron together today.
shut up, really?
Yeah.
Those two are out. Those two coolest dudes in the room.
That's essentially the hosting combo that Soulard got for tonight.
Brad
At 12th
Pitt and
Congrats.
Leonardo. Oh
Right,
boy,
good for
Who's
them.
who? Who's who?
I'm Leo. Duh.
Why?
Okay,
Well,
I'll
he's the
take.
one-
Oh no, I'll take Brad Pitt.
No, I'm just saying because Chris is from basically the same neck of the woods as Brad Pitt.
Okay.
I'm
Whereas
from more
Leo
of
and
the Boot
I,
Heel territory.
we knock out. We're older guys who aren't in the best of shape who still knock out youngins.
Do
Is
you
there,
guys?
is there a, near Murphy settlement there? Is there a town called like Moquin or Moquin? Something like that?
Nothing of the sort.
Hmm.
Nothing even close.
I met someone from a town that begins with an M right near there, not too far from there.
Yeah.
Elm near Farmington.
Yeah. Very small town.
Mocaine.
Is that one?
I don't know.
Might have
Maybe.
to
There
look
is a
this up.
Mocaine, Missouri, but I don't know if that's the one you're thinking about.
Man, I don't know. I'll look it up. Now it's gonna bother me
Okay.
if I don't figure
Yeah,
it
that's
out.
in Callaway County. Yeah.
Wait,
no.
what's the county next to St. Francis County?
St. Genevieve, Jefferson, or Washington.
Maybe it's further south.
And then Madison.
What's in
Fredericktown.
I think it's in Madison.
What were you asking
Um,
about the town?
I don't know.
Oh,
He
sweet
just told me he
Jesus
was
God.
from there.
Sweet Jesus.
Marquand.
Marquand?
That's where he's from.
Okay. That's
By Clearwater Lake.
yeah, he mentioned a lake.
Yeah.
Or is there a Castor River?
That's probably, yeah.
Okay. That's where it was. Okay.
Well,
Thanks.
Maybe.
What
Yeah.
was going on at the river?
Nothing. He was just telling me he was from there.
Oh.
He was the piano player.
Oh, was he a delightful gentleman?
He was.
Okay.
He hasn't lived there in a while, but
Yeah, that's right there by it. So there we go. That's your Southeast Missouri history for the day.
yeah.
Your movie Gardner actually won Best Motion Picture for
What
musical
movie?
or comedy. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Did you guys see Ricky Gervais setting everything on fire?
Yeah, Gervais hosted last night, and as you would expect, he did a little bit of roasting, a little bit of ribbing, made fun of, got a good Leonardo DiCaprio joke in there. He said Leo went to the premiere to watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and about time the movie was over, he was too old for his date.
Mm-hmm.
No, his date was too old for him.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
I messed that up.
You did.
Okay. But no, it was a very, it was Ricky Gervais.
I have a little clip here.
You
a
got
little
it?
bit? Oh.
Yeah, let's hear it.
What do
This
you
is
have?
near the end of his monologue.
Drama about the importance of dignity and doing the right thing, made by a company that runs sweatshops in China. So, well, you say you're woke, but the companies you work for, I mean, unbelievable. Apple, Amazon, Disney. If ISIS started a streaming service, you'd call your agent, wouldn't you? So, if you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech, right? You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. So, if you win, right, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and... So... It's already 3 hours long.
Oh, Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks with the Tom Hanks face. I love it. It was Ricky Gervais.
That was great. I saw a bunch of the clips. I didn't watch the actual show, but I don't know. That's fun.
That's funny to me.
There were some groans too.
There should be groans.
He made
Good.
an Epstein joke.
Good. He made it
an
good.
Epstein joke. And
Good.
I love that callback. He's like, I know most of your friends.
Good. Yeah. It's some enablers in that room. So let's relax. It was all jokes. It's fine.
It
Y'all
is?
all right. Y'all still got a ton of money and a ton of power and influence, and
I haven't looked for it.
anybody's
at
feelings
all.
are hurt. I hope they weren't.
All I've seen is people just rah-rahing that last night. I haven't seen a bunch of pushback or anything of people, saying he shouldn't have said anything.
No.
Which I'm sure it's out there, but it is funny because you'll see an intersection of comics loved it because they were just like, yeah, turn it on its head, be funny. Whitney Cummings was all over Twitter saying how great it was, but then there's also like there's like some, I don't know if you'd call them conservative commentators or what, that are really cheering him on too.
Well, because
for
they
that.
hate Hollywood.
Which yeah, but it's funny because I'm like, I don't think you'd actually like Ricky either.
No.
No, yeah, and I think I don't know. I didn't necessarily. I mean, I wasn't the target in the room, so it's very easy for me to say that I wasn't bothered by it. But I thought, as far as I think the best thing about comedy is being able to look yourself in the mirror and call things out, be fully observational. And that's what Ricky Gervais does. And I think if you want to appreciate comedy, you can appreciate that type of comedy as well. So I thought it was fine. I thought it's I don't think anybody's going to get too upset at calling out Hollywood's hypocrisy or any form of hypocrisy at all. And look, at the end of the day, I don't think anybody's feelings were truly hurt, and I don't think those executives who literally
And then
live
some people still made their speeches and their points.
Patricia Arquette and Michelle Williams still came forward and said their piece, and people love that as well. People love what Michelle Williams and Patricia Arquette had to say. And so you can do both. You can, it's not my cup of tea, or you can be like, hey, I'm really moved by what this artist just said. And I think you had a little bit of that all last night. I enjoy award shows, though. I'm kind of a geek for these things.
That's what I've realized.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're fun.
I think they're fun. I don't know. Maybe because
Can
I
be.
just grew up on them.
They can be. Yeah, I mean, the thought of them's fun. They don't always deliver, just like anything
Yeah.
else.
I
But
didn't
they got-
watch just because I was, in a study smoking
Of
cigarettes
course,
last
of
night.
course,
So
Looks like it was a big night for your boy Quentin Tarantino. Again, they won Best Picture.
Whose boy?
I was pointing towards Chris.
okay, I'm trying to figure out whose boy is who.
Yeah, it's
Depends on
interesting.
how I'm feeling. Brad Pitt, of course, for Once Upon a Time as well.
I'm not.
Tarantino
not
also got
surprised.
Best Screenplay. Yeah.
Did he really? I don't. Man, I guess I just didn't connect with it. I don't know. I guess the things I liked about that movie, I really felt like I was kind of
Forcing
participation
yourself,
award
yeah.
giving to them because I
I
was
don't
like, I'm
know-
supposed to love this. This is interesting how they're being like gritty or whatever, and I liked all the old cars on the highway, but like that shouldn't be the part that I
Yeah.
focus on.
I
Like,
I don't know. Is this fall into like that? Was it La La Land? That got
'Cause
Hollywood
it's
loves
a movie.
itself.
It's a movie, Love Itself. That's
Yeah.
a movie about Hollywood. I think so.
is that kind of how
That's
Once
kind of
Upon
the
a Time
guess.
vibe I'm
Hollywood
getting.
might get?
That's kind of the vibe I'm getting
Okay.
because
The
it
ending-
does talk about.
Well, there's no proof of it, but if
Right.
you're connecting dots, it would be logical.
Right. And it's a glorified look at nostalgia, and it's done very well. The nostalgia, I think that's Chris is alluding to, that shouldn't be the main reason why I like it. I think that's the thing that I think is impressive from a creative standpoint because everything looks like you're in that era. You feel like you're in that era
I told
watching
you
that
I needed
film.
to have a cigarette after 30 minutes of watching that movie.
Did
Yeah.
you see the whole thing?
Yeah.
Me thinking it was neat that how they made the margaritas are like a big part of it at the end should not be my focus of a movie. I'm like, oh yeah, they were having some margaritas.
I loved that they had Neil Diamond's Brother Loves Traveling Salvation show playing in one of the car scenes.
Oh man. Well, and two, the ending, like, okay, it's fun. I won't go into it too deep, but it's a flip on an actual historical thing, and okay, that was cool. I don't know if I just
I think it's one of those. I think I am willing to watch it again, but to Chris's
Oh,
point,
I'm not.
I don't know because I'm
Yeah,
just
I'm
like
good on
2
it.
hours, 40 minutes.
that movie was.
You get
freaking
me once
long,
for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. That's a good point. Maybe you're right. You may have just convinced me not to watch it again. I don't. And it's I'm with you guys. I wanted to really like more elements than others, and I've been a fan of Tarantino. I love Glorious Bastards. I love Django, and who in the world doesn't love Pulp Fiction? So it's not like I have a weird. I love his films. This one for me just didn't. It didn't work its way. And they were my two of my favorite actors, in Brad Pitt and Leo. So I was thinking this was going to be a home run.
On skill alone,
Yeah.
even if you're not in love with whatever you think Brad Pitt and Leo DiCaprio are,
Right.
skill alone,
Skill,
the
yeah.
acting was fantastic.
Yeah.
They are fantastic
Yeah.
actors. But I don't what
There were some good scenes, but it was slow at times,
for sure.
Yeah.
especially at the beginning.
And that's what I was trying to wonder. I was like, is it purposely slow because of the stuff that they were kind of nodding their head at? Would have been like watch the original Rocky, which is Academy Award winning, one of the best films ever, or one of the best screenplays ever written. Right? We can all probably agree on that.
Right.
It's a slow moving movie now that we're used to the way movies
Yeah.
are shot and put together now. So I was trying to figure. I had to think a lot.
But
And I'm
you
like,
must
why am I
remember,
not
Chris,
loving this?
it is true cinema.
Cinema. Just the best.
Speaking of which, your boy Scorsese was shut out.
Irishman didn't take home anything, huh?
Irishman didn't take home any of the big prizes, any prize at all for that matter. I like The Irishman. I don't know if you guys have seen it. You talk about
No.
240. That's about 3.25. I think.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be.
That was fine. I said it was Goodfellas.
Knives Out
Part
is my
2.
priority right now.
Knives Out is very good. Knives Out was nominated but did not take home any big prizes as well. Best television series drama went to Succession on HBO, one of my favorite shows right now. And some of the upsets.
Who got a comedy?
Best comedy movie actually went to, I think, Once Upon a Time.
Oh,
They were in the musical comedy category.
it was a combination thing.
And let me make sure.
Okay.
Best
For
motion,
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
it was and your best motion picture drama went to 1917, which I believe goes into wide release this weekend.
So they had a TV show drama. Is that what you said?
No, they have
What did Succession get?
Succession got best TV show drama.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what got TV show comedy?
Oh, comedy. I thought you were talking about comedy film. My apologies. Let me check that. Best TV show comedy.
I was just curious, because here's something I didn't know until I was looking at something this morning. Bill Hader and Rachel Bilson are dating.
Are they really?
They made it like official confirmation on
That's
the red
like my
carpet.
new
Yes.
favorite couple in the
I
world.
was like, wait. Bill Hader, who does the best Keith Morrison impersonation you're ever gonna see, is dating Summer from the OC. Like what?
This is
What the hell just happened?
I had
here?
to do a Google search because I didn't really know who she was. I was like, okay, she looks familiar-ish,
Uh-huh.
but yeah, I never watched the OC.
Oh, and
so
she was on those ice cream commercials.
which ice cream?
Is it
commercials?
Magnum? Magnum? Those.
Unless I don't know, adding an ice cream.
Nice.
Nice. I don't remember that, but so she was an OC star, and then I looked her up, and she has a kid with Hayden Christensen.
Okay.
Is it Hayden Christensen?
I don't
Oh,
know.
the guy who played Anakin Skywalker?
Yeah, is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were together for a long time.
Okay, I knew
Shut
she was
up.
with.
I know they had
someone.
a kid.
So that's I woke up to see Bill Hader and Rachel Bilson, and I'm like, where have
Do you
I
approve?
been? Yeah, that's quite a combo. I mean,
My hair's driving me insane right
the
now.
Bill Hader's doing what he's Colin Jost, Scarlett Johansson.
The year of the funny man.
They're doing well.
Yeah, they are, man.
They're doing well.
They are.
You know, the worst thing is they give Travis hope.
I swear Travis just said, yeah, we are.
Did you say we are?
Yeah, we are.
Okay, good.
Okay.
All right.
See, I was right.
Who are you picking off? If you're, once this international screenwriting thing kind of blows up and you'll never admit to being on We Are Live, who are you picking off?
She just recently got married, but I was really hoping for Zoe Kravitz.
But you might get divorced.
Who'd she marry?
I don't know. I don't think he's a big time actor or anything like that.
You've got his social security. Don't act like you don't know exactly who he is.
Keep my eye off of that.
You're like writing her letters as a female.
She is,
You're like, I was just with your husband. You should dump him.
She was one of the presenters last night. I was
Okay.
smitten.
So wait, so that's the comedy?
No, I was just saying, thinking of.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Comedy.
Yeah, but you were talking about the comedy categories. There weren't like any truly funny movies in there.
No. Okay, best musical comedy, Fleabag. Fleabag for Amazon. So that beat out
I don't know
The
what Fleabag
Kaminsky
is.
Method, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Barry, and The Politician. I have not seen Fleabag. I hear people rave about it. I believe it's on Amazon.
Yeah, I've heard really good things about that.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge, she's like one of the hottest screenwriters in the world right now. She also won, I think, for her role in the show. So
Okay.
yeah, she's killing it right now. She's got a writing credit for this for the new James Bond. She's like killing it right now.
Wonder what she wrote about it.
Barry, I love Barry.
I-
Have you caught up on Barry?
Yes.
You're caught up on
I
Barry,
feel-
yes?
I am not.
Oh, that's
Oh,
going to be your
God.
favorite show.
It is.
And the thing
Ah.
is, the problem is, I'm like, I need to catch up, but I kind of want to I wish I haven't put myself behind
Yeah.
because there's one particular episode that I hear people have raved about that I just want to watch that one right now, but have everything I need to know about the show going
No,
into
no,
there.
no.
And so that's not going to happen. So I get a little anxious about it. I'm like, I gotta figure out a way I gotta formulate a plan
That's
to get myself there.
yeah. Don't give yourself dessert 3 days before the big dinner.
Yeah,
like
so
that, you got to earn that
I don't.
episode.
That's a weird analogy, but I'll go with it.
Well, that's how far it's into
sounds
it.
like
It's not the
something
first.
It's
like a grandpa would say.
It's not in the first
Don't
season.
give yourself dessert. What are you, Ross Perot?
Yeah.
Don't give yourself dessert
It's a
before the dinner 3 days from that dessert.
You got to understand that episode you're looking into is like towards the end of the latest season, and there are multiple seasons, so you don't get to just jump ahead.
Yeah.
You got to work through it. You
How
got
many
to shake
seasons
hands.
is Barry
you gotta
right
talk
now?
about-
I think there's two.
Okay, because I was only 3 episodes in.
Yeah, I think if I'm not mistaken too. It's a show that surprises us in all the right ways. Like you want a show to, you kind of have these expectations going in, and then it flips, and then you have new expectation, and then it flips. Like it's a show that's always evolving, and it's just fun to follow. Like Barry, Bill Hader just creates a character that you're just like, wow, you're fascinating. Like, wow, you are hard to not watch when you're not on the screen. It's funny, it's deep, it's
wonder
over the
if-
top. It's a little bit of everything.
I wonder if he could get a cameo by someone. If you know what I mean. One Keith Morrison.
Oh boy.
Wouldn't that be a
how
hell of
fun!
a cameo?
How that would be a fun cameo. I wouldn't be surprised if he hasn't thought about it. I'm sure him and Alec Berg, probably have thought about how to find a way to get him in there.
That would be fantastic. Oh, don't do it too soon, though. I got to catch up.
It's a very fun show. But it was yeah. Shout out to the Ozark kid, Brad Pitt.
Best actor, best actress. Who do we have here? We got
Russell Crowe took home Best Actor in a Miniseries, and that was for The Loudest Voice. That was when he was playing, I believe, Roger Ailes for the show on Showtime.
And he sent his I guess, acceptance speech along to the presenters.
And they read it. It was talking about climate change and him being in Australia trying to help with the fires that are currently ravaging that country. So a very deep message. We said earlier, Best Actress in a Miniseries.
It's okay to use your platform there, Ricky.
Michelle Williams for Foss Verdon. I said Phoebe Waller-Bridge for Fleabag. She was the best actress in a musical or comedy. Original score went to Joker. Stellan Skarsgård, best supporting actor in a limited series for Chernobyl.
I love that last name.
haven't seen that.
It's good. It's good. That's
like,
heavy.
it's supposed to be
It's
really
heavy.
good, right?
It's good and heavy, man. It's almost like, this was just awful.
That's what those things do.
Yeah. Best actor in a drama TV series, Brian Cox, Succession. Olivia Colman took home Best Actress in a Drama TV Series for The Crown. Joaquin Phoenix took home Best Actor in a Drama Motion Picture for Joker. Renee Zellweger, Actress in a Drama Motion Picture, Judy. And for Actors in Musical, Taron Egerton for Rocketman. Played Elton John. Elton John was in attendance last night. Actress in a musical or comedy, Awkwafina for The Farewell. It's very good.
What's The Farewell?
I think this is about, if I understand it, just based off the preview, their grandmother is dying, but the family isn't telling her. and so they take her on a trip back to I think her homeland.
Why would they not tell her?
Because I guess it's a tradition. I guess it's part of the culture not to share that. Yeah. And so I think
That seems like a weird thing, though. Like, isn't the doctor? When is this set? Like, the
I-
doctor's like required to
I'll
tell
look it
you
up.
stuff.
I don't want to
right?
because I don't want to screw this up.
It's
The
just-
farewell. I've heard it's gotten very good reviews. I want to make sure I do justice to this
Makes
premise.
me think of the song "The Last Farewell" by Roger Whittaker.
Of course it does.
There's a ship rigged and ready in the
Relax.
harbor.
It's a comedy drama. The film follows a family who, upon learning their grandmother has only a short while to live, decide not to tell her and schedule a family gathering before she dies.
Who told them? The doctor? And the doctor didn't tell the patient?
Yeah, this is apparently based on the writer's real life story, which he first publicly discussed as part of a radio story, What You Don't Know, which appeared as part of an episode in This American Life. The film was screened at Sundance to rave reviews, but essentially, yeah, it's her paternal grandmother. She comes down with an illness, like she has only a few weeks to live, and I guess out of respect for the culture and grandmother's heritage, they're choosing not to tell her. And it's Aquafina looks like it's being the character that's like,
Okay.
we can't let
I'll
my
have to look
grandmother
more
go
into
out."
this just because
Looks
I
like
don't.
It's a fascinating film.
Yeah, it sounds like I just don't understand how a doctor doesn't inform a patient something. So I need to.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a part I would like to look into.
Yeah. Now, what about Best Actor in a Film? It's at your boy, Mr. Phoenix. Did he bring that home?
He did. He brought that home for Joker, Best Actor in a Drama Motion Picture. He had a few expletives that he dropped during his
I didn't see
acceptance
any of
speech.
his.
You know, Joaquin Phoenix is a interesting bird, man. He is a
You don't say.
interesting cat.
You don't say.
He's and even by Hollywood types, I think he's an interesting cat. Like it was as he was walking through the room to go accept his Golden Globe, he just had this. It looks like disgust on his face. Like it was very weird, and I read the trades, and I saw him. And
What are the trades?
The trades, they talk about what's going on behind the scenes in Hollywood.
Is there a magazine or something?
Nah, you just got to have your hands. You got to get your hands on it, Gardner. I just know how to get my hands on this kind
What
of
are
stuff.
the trades?
Well, I can't tell you that. If I told you what the trades are, then you'd be in on the trades.
I think anyone could read them, probably.
Whatever
Are
you
you a
say,
member of
man.
SAG-AFTRA?
No, don't worry about it. But I get the trades.
Let me see your SAG card.
Nope,
You don't have one, do you?
I do not.
How can you be an international screenwriter without a SAG card?
What's that? It was like he was like talking to like one of his stuffed animals whenever his parents come
What
in the
about
room or something.
is it WGA?
It's WGA.
Do you have
I
that card?
I know you have to have. I mean, unless I can start classifying the show as a writing credit, I have to have actual television credits to be able to. And it's a process. Then there's a fee, and it's a lot.
Oh,
It's not where I am. Not a lot of people have. Even people who work in the industry regularly don't all have WGA cards. But it's good to have one. It's very important to get one as soon as
Yeah.
you can. Makes it a little bit more easier for you to be employed.
okay.
But yeah.
I guess I'm just a little confused there.
Joaquin Phoenix, weird bird. No, he was a. He was. He's just weird guy. I don't know.
Yeah, he is. I do wonder that, like, if he's just a genius that has just always, like, we don't know what he's actually like. Like, that's his.
I think they're
that's
all-
his skin that he wears in front of you. What if
Right.
he's just a dude, who just like he's like, oh, this is fun.
I
get
think
to
it
clock
is.
in and be weird.
I think that's what it is. I think it's a guy who's like, this is silly that I get paid enormous amount of money for. It's silly that I get all this notoriety for it. I just really like doing it, and I'm really damn good at it. And you're right. I think maybe he's just one of those guys that's like, all right, me coming to these things is me being polite to the director in the studio, but otherwise I would rather be somewhere else. I think I kind of get that vibe. And I get it. Look, when you're Joaquin Phoenix, you're as talented as he is. You can walk around like that, I suppose. I just he's a again, by Hollywood types, by all appearances, feels like he's even weird for that type of people.
Yeah, certainly. And maybe that's by design. Maybe that's what happens when you're unbelievably talented and
At a very
you've
young
got-
age, and
yeah.
you see everything as you've seen Joaquin, I'm
Oh,
sure he's
man.
at, and how it's
Losing his brother, who was, the star of stars at that time. Like, holy cow. Best actress went to Renee Zellweger. Like, I didn't know that was even possible. Claimed Best Actress in Drama for Roadside Attractions. Have you seen that?
No.
Roadside Attractions, Judy. Yeah, I've not heard of it. I just know
it's
that-
Judy, but it's
Oh,
the
okay.
company,
My bad.
Roadside Distractions
Judy.
Studios that distribute it.
Whoops.
Yeah, but it's called Judy. It was
See, that's how little I know about it.
I was like,
Renee Zellweger, have you seen how like her
She looks
face?
good.
No,
she did some work, but she
she
still
can
looked
barely
good.
move her mouth.
Man, she still looked fine. She did the portrayal of Judy Garland.
Okay.
Yeah, she's always been a phenomenal actress, so that's good to see her win that. So yeah, shout out to the winners last night. It's a good time.
Mhm.
Jay-Z and Beyonce were in attendance.
Why?
Well, she was nominated for her original song in Lion King.
What song?
I think it's called Spirit.
Ooh, is it good?
I haven't heard it
Oh.
or seen the movie or this new edition of the movie. Laura Dern won Best Supporting Actress in a Motion Picture for Marriage Story, which is on Netflix, I believe, right now.
Hmm.
A young Alan Alda is in that film. Alan
A
Alda.
young Alan Alda?
He looks good. That's why I say he's young. I wish you guys would have seen the photos. Salma Hayek and Patricia Arquette. Just at some point today, maybe when we're on our break, Google Patricia Arquette, Golden Globes, Salma Hayek, Golden Globes.
What happened?
And I'm just saying, there were some Golden Globes.
Okay.
I'm looking, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What did Patricia Arquette win for?
The Act, based off that story that took place here in Missouri about the woman, she was played the mother. Remember the mother who had the kid that had the disease, and she
Oh,
was
no.
parading her around with the disease, but it was actually the mother causing the girl to be sick the entire time, and
Yeah.
telling the girl that, oh no, you're sick, you have to take your medicine, when the mother was just basically keeping the child sick so that she can get money and free trips and free shit and things like that. So that's who Patricia Arquette played. She played the mother in that film. If you have not, by the way, seen that documentary or the movie, please check it out. It is. I would recommend the documentary. God, I'll get it for you guys next hour. But it is a what the? Oh, this some wild ass shit.
I do love that Brian Cox won by actor in a television series for drama for Succession, which you've been raving about. I know he's done a million things and he's a talented person, but it's a guy who's in 2 Super Troopers movies. I just love that so much.
He's
I don't know why. Now, was Uncut Gems thrown into this mix?
I don't think Uncut Gems got any love.
None at all.
None at all.
Heard some good things about it so far.
I want to check it out. I would like to check it out at some point. The Carol Burnett Award went to, of course, Ellen DeGeneres. And the Cecil B. DeMille Award went to Tom Hanks. It's the Lifetime Achievement Award.
Oh, very nice.
Went to the great Tom Hanks, and he was very emotional about it. All of his family, all of his kids were in attendance. And so, yeah, it was a very emotional moment for him. I think he was more proud of that than anything else. Tom Hanks is the shit. I mean, gosh, what can you say about Tom Hanks? Like, he's one of the few men left on Earth that's worth a damn as far as somebody you can, at least from a distance, trust, by all appearances. It's just a phenomenal actor, all-around good guy. You don't hear a ton of bad shit about him, and you're so happy. We're so happy that he was able to get past Me Too and Time's Up.
Oh,
'Cause
God.
I would have been so
That was your...
fucking oh man, that was my look, man. That was gonna be my DEFCON 1. I may not have left the house for about a good 2 months.
Oh, boy.
Man, Tom Hanks. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Whew, Tom Hanks. Man, where would we be as a country?
Let's just not even worry
Okay,
about
so man, that's the. I'm more concerned about that than Iran.
it. Okay.
I just want to make sure to protect Tom Hanks at all costs. Protect him.
Uncut Gems currently on Rotten Tomatoes, 92%.
Really?
Critics, 51%. Audience.
Ah, interesting.
That's usually reverse.
That usually is reversed.
Have you seen that yet,
I
Travis?
have not. I was going to check it out over the weekend. I just did not get a chance to get to a theater.
Is that because his audience, like these are all the people that watch his Netflix straight to Netflix stuff, and they're
Ooh,
like,
it could be, Chris.
they didn't end up together. I don't like that.
That could, I mean,
Where's the quirky girl he's trying to date?
I don't know. I'm curious now. Now I'm a little bit more excited to see it since the critics are kind of iffy on it and the fans
That has
love
to be
it.
what it is. No, the critics are down.
That's what I'm saying. The critics are down and the fans are up.
The fans are not feeling it.
Oh, fans are not feeling it.
Fans are not.
Oh,
feeling
I thought it was the
It's
other way
usually-
around.
No, his movies are usually like
Oh,
that.
so the fans think it's sucking the critics
I
like
honestly
it.
think it's because it's the people who just mindlessly tune in to, the silly, funny, family type movies.
That
he
means I'm
makes.
going to think it's cool.
You
The
already
critics
decided
love
that?
it, and the fans are like, eh. I think it's going to be cool.
Already decided, huh? Without seeing it.
Yeah. So I'll go check it out. I'm just trying to level off my expectations, Gardner.
Okay.
There you go. Real quick,
That's cool.
before we get too close to break, I wanted to say thanks to St. Louis Counseling Services. Good times with them for several years now. We produce their podcast, Mental Health Matters, and we're huge fans of the services they provide in the St. Louis area. You can see both at, stlouiscounseling.org online. You can see all their capabilities. They do wonderful work right here in the St. Louis area. That's St. Louis Counseling Services. Drop Tom Duff and the gang a line today if you're in need of their services. Any other highlights from the Golden Globes we need to know about?
They have like the ambassadors, the Golden Globe ambassador. It's always a celebrity's kid that gets to be the ambassador. Well, two gentlemen did it last night, and they were the sons of Pierce Brosnan, Paris and Dylan Brosnan, and they are the most good-looking human beings on earth.
Good for them.
It is insane. Like they, for a fact, got their father's looks, and they are, my word, they may be the next big things in Hollywood if they choose to go the acting route. Those are just handsome gentlemen. Good for them.
Black.
Look just like they daddy. Boy, look just like your daddy right there, boy. Boy, look just like your daddy. That's the black man.
The Black
I
Sheep.
got that.
Oh, thank you.
The Black Sheep wants to thank you for the Google recommendation for Selma Hayek at the Golden Globes.
Yeah, man. God bless him.
Well then,
God bless him.
God bless
God bless him.
Spain. Good times all around in the first hour. We got plenty to get to next hour. Gardner, how you feeling? You feeling like a smoke?
What kind of question is that?
Okay,
Gardner.
let's get them. Let's get that happening. Keep it here. We're gonna get some Snappy Bigman coffee. We're gonna rock it out. Keep it going for another hour. Quick break. Be right back. Welcome back to the show. Chris Emmons, Travis Farrell. We are live from Midcoast Studio in Grand Center in St. Louis, Missouri. In Grand Center, every Thursday, we do comedy. You know what, Travis? It's called Happiest Hour.
Oh, I get it.
This Thursday, our good friend Angela Smith's going to headline. It's one of her last shows before she leaves for a year.
She's going away to Barcelona.
And San Francisco. Going to be a good time, and we love having you all stop by. So it's been packed the last few shows, so let's keep that good movement going.
Word to that.
That's right. Come out. Starts around 6 o'clock. Come get your drink on. Enjoy some Jack Daniels.
Word.
Enjoy some Schlafly.
Amen.
It's all made possible by Jack Daniels, so thank you to them for their support. We're excited. It's going to be a fun show.
Holla
Again,
at your boy,
Happiest
Jack.
Hour.
Schlafly was good. Holla at your boys.
Special
Happy New
start
Year.
at 4 p.m. if you're looking to
Read
have
the
a good
screen.
time this Thursday.
Read
Schlafly.
Yeah, read the screen, Trav.
Schlafly. Holla at your boys.
No,
St.
it's a-
Louis Brewery.
Hmm.
Son of a damn you, Gardner.
There you go. Yes. So Gardner, you look
Um,
like you have something to say.
A couple things here.
I got something to hit for you, pal.
Your old producer had a weekend himself.
Boy, did he. Michael Gaines. Tie the knot over the weekend. That's him. That's Michael and his beautiful bride, Katie. The shirt eventually did come off,
Amen.
as we all predicted that it would. It was a wonderful time. Oh, you can kind of see it
There we
there.
go. All right.
That's a good shot.
Good night.
Uh-huh.
Good night, Daddy Do.
Michael Gaines wore LeBrons at his reception. All of the groomsmen had LeBrons. He got them LeBron shoes for their gifts, so they were rocking and rolling. My favorite part of the night, outside of some hijinks with one of the maids of honor, that was pretty funny. She was having a good time.
Oh,
What does that mean?
That means maybe there was a father or members of the executive order that were like, "Why don't you calm down a little bit?" That was amazing and funny and great. But Gaines tore up the dance floor the entire night,
Know what you
and
expect.
he made the DJ tell everyone to stop circling up and to just dance. Everybody kept doing the dance circle, like, "Oh, back up," and Gaines is like, "Stop it! Just dance, idiots!" It was
no,
great.
dance floor works.
Yeah, that's what. So Gaines was bridezilla a little bit, and I liked that. He made sure the party was rocking. And everybody was super nice. It was a wonderful Catholic wedding, and I had a really good time. And that's what really matters. What I had.
Oh, I'm sure it was St. Ambrose, huh?
Yeah, St. Ambrose, and then it was at the Rose of the Hill.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
It was
of
all
course.
Hill dominated.
There were appetizers. Toasted ravioli and pizza was being passed out with the pre-party. So
No spicy meatball.
that was fun, man. So yeah, big shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Gaines. That was a hell of a time.
Good for them.
Any questions? Anything you're curious about?
Did you do the cha-cha slide?
No cha-cha slide. He did have, I can't remember, but he had them play at the same hip hop song twice to end the night.
Oh.
They
What's
announced
do
it
you
was
know
the
what
last-
song it was? No.
No, I could find out, but it was a.
Did you do the duck dance?
No, this is a lot of buck wild, rowdy hip hop. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Mikey Gaines. Old Mary.
All
Living on
grown
the hill,
up.
too, I think.
All grown up.
He
I
is
think
all
Dogtown.
grown up. Good for him.
I also mentioned earlier that I went to the Billikens game yesterday.
Billikens
was
versus
that?
UMass.
Yeah, it was good.
Good game. Went into overtime, I saw.
Yeah, actually, I missed that part. I left at the 8-minute mark because I thought everything was in hand. But I actually brought Scoot Bakula out yesterday.
Did you
I
now?
took it down to Chaffetz.
How is old Scooty McScooter?
Good. Good. It's nice to get him out.
Where'd you park him?
In back.
They allow you to park him out back?
Security area,
Oh, nice.
Near the security area.
They let you roll in on it?
Mm-hmm.
They like you, man.
Yeah.
You are the Red Panda
I
correspondent.
even I messaged their media relations guy, Brian Kunderman, before I came down. I'm like, hey, weird question. You got any bike racks out back near the media entrance, security entrance? Because I want to bring my scooter down, and I wanted to make sure I had a place to lock it up. And he was like, well, we don't have any bike racks out back. And so I'm like, I'll find something. So I found some fencing to tie it to.
How'd it work?
It was great.
Yeah.
It is a straight shot too for me, because to get into the back lot, if you end up going down Laclede, but Laclede dead ends on SLU's campus, but it goes right, there's a bigger sidewalk, and it throws you right into the back parking lot of Chaffetz, and I'm like, this is beautiful. I should have done this more. The weather wasn't really cooperating at one point, though. But I did get him out yesterday. Well, I was sitting next to Frank Cusimano of KSDK, 5 on your side. And we were chatting a little bit, as we normally do.
Right.
We didn't talk as much politics
No
this time.
politics this
argue.
time.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think
Everything that's going on recently, no politics between you
a
two.
few snarky comments back and forth.
I would
but
imagine.
we didn't really get too much into it. But we were noticing, I started calling it Billionaire Row
Uh-oh.
on the court.
What happened? Who
Sitting
was
on the
there?
court, you had 2 billionaires.
Who was that?
You had Dr. Richard Chaffetz and
Yeah, big
Rex
ball.
Sinkfeld.
Big ball of shot callers, Chris.
Because they've had to switch around the media seating because they took away a section so that Sinkfeld could get courtside seats now this year. But that's what happens when you make a $50 million donation to the university.
Yeah.
So they're gonna make room for you.
SLU's over here just going like, yeah, keep the NBA out of St. Louis for sure.
Yeah.
These guys that like basketball, we've got it covered.
So, but then when I first sat down with Frank, we just kind of smiled at each other. No words were exchanged, and he just goes, "So how'd that tweet work out for you?" And there was a certain tweet that I had put out there, because Frank does this thing called Frank's Food Picks.
He does.
And so I had tweeted out, "Hey, KSDK News, can you get Frank Cusimano to do his next Frank's Food Picks at the cannabis dispensary in Collinsville? I would love to get Coos's opinion on some edibles. Hashtag Cusimano."
Cusimano is a great strain.
So I'm trying to get that going. And I put another tweet out there. Hopefully his bosses will take notice, and we can get Frank on some edibles to on video as well.
To try it out.
That would be my goal, but we'll see how it ends up.
He would never take an edible. He'll never, ever take
If you
an
put a
edible.
brownie in front of him,
Nah, my boy Frank ain't touching no edible.
it might be hard for him to pass up.
Frank's the real deal. He no in hell. Is he touching that one?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So I just wanted to make mention of those 2 things.
So would you have a suggestion for Frank to dive in on the edibles
No,
market?
not at all.
No? Travis, what about you?
I'm trying to think it
I
out,
wouldn't
figure it
recommend
out
anything.
myself.
I think people at a certain age, if you've never had weed, then just this is not the time to try it.
Why
You had
not?
your window, like, because you have to work yourself up to a tolerance, and you can't but that's at a certain
What,
age.
is it like your metabolism starts going away?
Yeah, I
when
just
you're-
don't want to do that to somebody. Not to say that Frank's old, but someone his age.
What if
I
it
just don't want to introduce any new things into his system because he may not react as well as everyone
what
else.
if it's the cure he's been looking for?
What cure? Frank Cusimano living a nice life.
Yeah.
Sports director, NBC affiliate.
What if it makes him ascend to a different mental astrological plane?
It's very possible. I wouldn't deny that. Frank's a smart man.
Oh.
But no, I don't think that's gonna happen
We'll
for
see.
him, man.
Chris Davis is on board. Our friend Chris Davis is on board.
He's gonna be the new.
No,
He's gonna-
he's saying yes. We need to make this happen.
Oh, okay. How many more days we got left with Chris Davis?
End of this month, I think.
Oh man, sad times.
I'll have to
God,
reach
that's
out to him, and I actually said that to Frank yesterday too. Like, I'm sad to see Chris Davis go, but I figured he would end up in Nashville at some point. He's very good. and
If
that's
maybe he's the luck. You have the NFL. I know we haven't really talked a ton of it, but the playoffs are in full swing, and Titans upset the Patriots.
Woo!
After Chris Davis signs a deal to head to
True.
Nashville.
That's very true.
What happened whenever he
Very
was
true.
here in St. Louis?
Wall bump.
The Blues. What?
It's the wall bump.
Oh, okay. I was going to
The
say
wall-
the Davis
Wall
drive.
bump. Look. He came on this show.
Mm-hmm.
Then he was later offered a job at his NBC affiliate. I think he's going back to.
I'm not sure if it's NBC or not.
Okay, but he's
I
got
know
it.
it's where he first interned or whatever.
And so he's going back home. I would imagine they're gonna bump the pay. Boom, boom, boom. Nashville then goes out and beats the Patriots.
Yep.
Wall bump, responsible for all of it.
Sure.
We Are Live defeated Bill Belichick and Tom Brady this weekend.
You're welcome.
And we'll have to see more than 2 because I think, scheduled for tomorrow one of Chris's classmates at Middle Tennessee State University
Is that so?
is
I didn't
scheduled to
realize that.
join us. Brooke Grimsley of Channel 4, who does sports over there. But I don't know if she's from Tennessee, but I know she went to Middle Tennessee.
Okay.
So we'll have to see.
Do you think they walk around with their chests puffed out a little bit since Middle Tennessee State handed Mizzou a loss in football?
Well, probably more so
it's
whenever
on
they
homecoming, right?
whenever they beat Michigan
So they
State.
beat Michigan State
Here
the
in
first
St.
round
Louis.
Here in St. Louis.
Yeah, in the tournament. When was that a 15 seed versus a 2 seed, I believe.
Oh, that's when I was working for the Syracuse Journal.
Oh, were you?
I was working for their affiliate when when they came to town.
What were you doing?
Oh,
What
he's
is that?
serious. Yeah, he was an associate for the day. They were like, hey, can anybody go to this game for us?
I was a journalist.
What'd you do?
I took photos. I wrote up some things
What'd you write?
about Syracuse.
Can I find it online?
I don't know. They just paid me, and I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
They paid me to essentially go to the game.
That's not bad.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, I'll do that. I wouldn't have gone the other way, and
Yeah.
you're paying me. You give me free tickets. I'll go check that out.
Oh, look for your write-up later
No,
on
no problem.
today.
That's what I do, man. You're welcome.
You're
I-
always writing.
Many things I do,
International
man.
writer.
As an international screenwriter, I'm
Screenwriter.
always got. It's all about
Writer.
providing content, Chris.
Uh-huh.
That's all I do.
Oh, do you?
You do something.
That coffee.
You guys were telling me about wild boars a few months ago.
Were we?
Yeah, because because I was like, man, them things can't be that bad. And he was like, nah, them boars, they'll fuck your world up. And
They've moved from like, first of all, they're not native to here. They were brought over by people to hunt them like on purpose, and that it's watching them. They've literally migrated from like Texas up into Arkansas, and now they're full on in Missouri. Like it's just been a gradual. There's no stopping them. It's all over. Sorry, go ahead.
They're like Asian carp.
Jesus,
very
I
much
didn't know
so.
they were that bad. But in May, when Jonas Cespedes fractured his right ankle at his Port St. Lucie ranch, Mets GM Brody Van Wagenen.
Wagoning.
Man, that's a name. I'm just gonna call him Brody if that's cool for y'all.
What's up, Brody?
What up, Brody? Described a violent fall, but provided no context about how the fall occurred. The same was true last month when the Mets revealed that Cespedes and the Mets agreed to a restructuring of his contract that will cost him at minimum $15.7 million and could cost him as much as $30 million. The Post has learned all parties involved agree that Cespedes' injury was on the ranch stepping into a hole after an interaction with a wild boar. According to multiple people who were informed of the incident, Cespedes has traps on his ranch for a variety of reasons, including to keep boar away from people.
Oh.
But one boar was removed from a trap, perhaps by Cespedes, and either charged towards Cespedes or startled him, causing Cespedes to step into a hole.
Oh, no.
Cespedes suffered a fractured ankle at the time when he was recovering from surgery to both heels that already was jeopardizing his playing status in 2019. The ankle fracture guaranteed that he would not take an at-bat last season.
So he had surgery, and then the boar thing happens. That's a lot.
He's had some weird, non-disclosed injuries over his career.
I root for him, though.
There's one reason.
He's a smoker. He's a baseball player. He's a smoker. I'm going to root for Jonas Cespedes.
Cespedes, what's going on, bro? The
Nice.
standard,
He likes to have a good time.
the standard language in a player's contract prohibits the player from participating in a wide variety of athletic activities.
He wasn't doing it. He was just on his ranch.
Guaranteed contracts like Cespedes forbid additional activities to mitigate risk. While it was not publicly known if the Mets and Cespedes agreed to specific language that would have potentially dangerous activities on his ranch, a violation of his contract.
What are you supposed to do about a wild boar coming at you?
I think that's
So they
probably
knew
what an
something
argument.
that the rest of us didn't know. They knew he's kind of a wild man, and they knew that something like this was possible. Like you're out there paintballing, doing God
Wasn't he
knows what.
playing golf when he was supposed to be rehabbing?
There was an issue with that. Yeah.
That was an issue where they were talking about why is his elbow or shoulders are so messed up,
Maybe
and
that's
because
part
he
of his
spent-
rehab.
Well, he apparently said he spends more time on a golf course than Trump,
Okay.
and that's why they had to write the language into this contract. And I guess you can see why. They're not sure if it includes that in this contract, but usually any acts, activities, or sports involving a substantial risk of personal injury.
I'd like to hang out with him on his ranch. We'd sit around and smoke and do ranch stuff.
You'd get hot in like 3 seconds and be like, all right, I'll head inside. You got a big screen?
Yeah, is it gonna?
Royce would like to remind us that Vlade Divac was a big smoker.
Hey, Vladdy was. Vladdy, I believe at one point he played for. Is he Croatian?
I
I can't answer
If
that.
it's not Croatian, it's Yugoslavian, and there was a docu-series about it, and they do that. There was like they couldn't be, like their countries were at war.
Yeah, he took like playing for his national team so seriously that he would quit smoking during that period. So he
Still
would
the
quit
GM of the
smoking while
Kings.
like the Olympics were going on.
So he's from Serbia. Was that formerly Croatia?
Yeah, it's just tough to ask me that. I don't have a great command of the changes that have gone on.
Yeah, Yugoslavia. He was Yugoslavian.
Okay.
Eastern Bloc. I think
Yeah.
you're just safe.
Is
by
that why
saying-
we say
just say
that?
Eastern Bloc.
Just to throw it all in.
And I
Yeah,
think
just the
that
sound.
helps our ignorance.
Yeah, there it is. You got to placate it somehow.
I'll display my ignorance.
Yeah, we're too lazy to find out the actual country,
Yeah.
so we'll just say Eastern Blocish.
Yeah. Oh, the Eastern Bloc.
The Eastern Bloc. It does sound better. It does sound like. Oh,
It sounds like you might know what's going on a little bit.
but you have no fucking clue.
Yeah,
what's going
no,
on.
you don't. I mean, we're isolationists.
Yes,
That's why I enjoyed being in that study, just sitting there smoking. 'Cause I wasn't worried about anything else.
There you go. See, look, you're
I was
embracing your elitist
isolated.
roots. There you go. You see why?
I don't
you
have
see why people
elitist
do it.
roots.
Yes, you do.
I'm truly a mutt.
Okay. Here's what I'm saying. Ain't nothing wrong with being an elitist. Just admit it. Just acknowledge it.
But I'm not an elitist. You have to have a certain status
I
to be
think
an
that
elitist.
Trump is almost there. Trump is almost there, but he's not. Trump all he has to say is, you all suck and I am rich. Just say that.
No, but he does that already by his actions.
Yeah, I feel
he's
like
already
he's,
there.
I think he's cutting around
Yeah.
the edges. Get to it. Just
Not
say what
almost there. He's there.
you. Yeah, that's maybe true.
I'm not. I mean, I wouldn't be comfortable running in those circles for constantly.
But you have no problem dibbing and dabbing.
Not every
and
once in
little
a while.
dibbing. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm down with that.
I couldn't live my life that way.
I don't know, man. I think I'm ready to absolutely sell out.
Nah. Okay. Well, yeah, we know you are.
Well, that's
You
true.
go MAGA for the right price.
I didn't say that. But
No,
there
I
is a
think you
price.
did
You
say
actually
that.
did
You
say
actually
that.
did
I
say that.
verbalized that verbatim. Oh, Lord.
I don't know if it's verbatim. I'm paraphrasing, but I mean
Boy.
that was definitely what you intimated.
Well, I probably did that, but that was unreal circumstance. That's never going to happen. No one's going to offer me between $250,000 and $500,000 to go MAGA.
And that's all it would take. Not even $1 million. Jesus, you are a sellout.
I'm telling you, man, I'm here for a good time, not a long
You're
time.
a coward and a sellout.
Here for a good time, not a long time.
A coward and a potential sellout.
Close.
Yeah.
Write the right check, then yes, I will. You will have both.
Yeah.
And then I could run for the Republican nomination.
Well, there you have it.
Oh.
We're talking Boars, but I want to talk Bears for just a minute.
Uh-oh.
We've still got Great American Race to get to.
There's some
but,
trending topic called Demon Bear on Twitter right now, and
Yeah,
I
I
don't know if I should look into
like
this or
that.
not.
Yesterday, or what was it, Saturday, I tagged Mr. Gardner in a tweet from Alyssa Toomey.
Mm-hmm.
Build-A-Bear has opened up a shop. It's a Build-A-Bear workshop
Hey.
downtown. It's by the aquarium. So everybody was excited. They had their grand opening. They gave away some free stuff to the first 50 people who came. And I just think this is a great piece of St. Louis business and ingenuity.
Bear propagandists are winning.
Here we go. Here we go.
The
You started
Bearists are winning. And I don't know what to do at this point.
You've rallied against it for a while.
I've tried, but people seem not to listen, even when I simply point out the likelihood that we will be overrun by the bears, by the Ursa, with a bear apocalypse.
Right.
And no one seems to care or listen, and they even, not even more than not caring, it's not even just the apathy. It's more than that, because it's not apathy. They turn towards bear culture. They embrace bear culture. They're cute. No. Let's build teddy bears. Hell, even Yale Hollander was tweeting about, hey, maybe we could do a comedy thing there. Like he's going to do a Build-A-Bear comedy workshop and open that up or something like that.
No,
That's
so
hilarious
cute.
and
That is
great.
funny.
So-
that is cute.
I've been asked actually to I think it's kind of spinning off another show's idea. It might be Conan or something like that, where they take someone and put them to go work in a place and
They have a
tell
nat-
them about it. So maybe I should go work at Build-A-Bear Workshop for a segment and just tell, as I make the bear, I tell the kids the real story behind the bears.
Yeah,
so
they
like,
have
you know,
real
this
life,
right
they'd
here-
be burying
yeah,
you
this-
half alive.
Dude, they have a
This will kill actually another bear, a cub, so that it can have sex with that cub's mommy.
I don't think you're gonna be able to top this type of PR though. They have a National Lampoon Christmas Vacation bear. How do you beat that? You can't. You can't fight that.
Oh, I will fight. You know,
I
Travis.
don't
I
know,
don't.
man.
I don't
That's-
sit back and give up.
Ah,
I have a bear mask here in our closet in this studio. Maybe I should just put that on with my sign that says "Build the barricade now," and go protest outside of it.
they have a Christmas Story bear. How come
Christmas
on.
story overrated.
Oh man, look at a Christmas Story bear.
It's pretty great.
That's
Yeah.
pretty. I don't know. I don't know, Gardner. They're
What are you
they coming
embracing
strong,
bear
man.
culture now
I'm just.
too?
I don't see what the problem is with bear culture.
No, but they're bears. They're apex predators. They're slowly gaining
Yeah.
ground and gonna.
But here's the thing, and it's part of
Unless you want, do you want us to ride off into extinction?
you know what? You know, I do not. But I will say this. Look, and it's a great segue, I think, into the Great American Race. White men are apex predators, and we live and work with you guys. So what's wrong with us living in harmony with bears? That's all I'm saying.
That's an interesting segment.
That's the thing
That's
about
actually
it.
not bad.
See, not bad at all.
You did a good job.
You're
I don't
welcome.
agree with you,
No, okay, that's fine.
but your words sounded good to where you could trick people into believing
Thank
you.
you. That's the point.
I'll give
at
you
the end of the
that.
day.
Because there's a lot of people out there like that.
That's fair.
You can are easily malleable.
It's time for the segment that I think in 2019 the blacks rose up when the South tried to rise again. We'll see what happens in 2020. It's time for the Great American Race.
There is
No
not.
open for that.
No
It's a new
open.
year.
Yeah.
You would think we'd have an open, but we do
No,
not. Okay.
no, I want to keep it consistent.
Now, Gardner, can I make an early argument before we begin?
Wait, you want to make an early argument?
Yeah, I want to put in my
Or shouldn't you
coupon.
be making a late argument?
Well, no, not. I have a coupon code, and I want to put it in before we go to checkout.
Okay.
I would like to point out that on the first Monday of the new year,
Uh-huh.
the first person that was here was Travis Terrell.
You were here before me?
I was here before Chris. So I think I should get 10 points.
If you reward A, the fact that he's confident enough to ask for this, and B, the one time that that's happened,
The one time.
if we
The one time of the new year. The
New
first
decade.
Monday of the decade. The first Monday of the decade, Travis Terrell beat Chris
right.
Denman at work. I think that's 10 bonus points.
set that tone, keep that same energy.
Ooh, he's using an urban phrase. He could come back to haunt me.
Yeah, okay. Travis, I will grant this. But here's the deal.
Uh-oh.
This will set a precedent.
Oh.
Is this a precedent you want set?
Yes.
You're sure?
Yes.
Because then Chris can come back to this
Okay.
at any time he
He
wants.
sure can. It'll be racist as hell.
That's wrong segment.
Mm-mm.
So I'll grant this
Okay.
and add 10 points to your score.
Woo!
But the precedent has been set now.
Okay.
So if Chris wants to say, "Oh yeah, you know, last week I was here before Travis every day this week," I'm forced then at that point to offer him 10 points.
I'm saying this is for the occasion. This is a
Well,
first
no,
Monday of the
that's-
new
no,
year.
that's what I
No,
I'm
no.
telling
So I
you.
have to beat Chris to work every day?
I'll even just say, just be here
That's
by
just-
7:45.
That's just silly. Well, never mind. I don't want the points.
Okay, I'll take the points away.
Okay, thank you.
All right, I'm just yeah.
You're not going to punish him for now spitting in the face of your points?
I didn't think that was going. You guys going to completely lawyer it up.
I'm trying to be kinder this decade.
Oh, thank you.
We'll see about that.
All right. So how does this
Yes,
bad
we
boy
will.
work?
Yeah.
How does this
guarantee.
How does this game work, RC?
So you guys have a story. Each of you are going to present to me a story from the news that makes the other's community or culture look not so great, right? You will present that story. You will also defend against the other story. So as you defend against your counterpart or present your story, I will give you points or deduct points based on a scoring system that is much like a credit scoring system. So Chris starts with 850, which we believe is the highest score you can achieve.
None of us are familiar with
Yeah,
this.
we think it is. Travis, you start with 800 due to systematic racism.
Thank you, Gardner.
So we take 50 points off for you each month. Now, last decade, Travis, you claimed 2019 with the December win. So we start anew in this decade, in this year, and we'll see how the scoring goes today. So that's the gist of it all.
Because we are considerate people, we're very quiet and modest people. I, on behalf of the black race, would like to defer to Mr. Denman to kick off the very first Great American Race of 2020.
Recently, I don't know if you've heard, the U.S. Performed a strike that killed an Iranian general. There's varying opinions on it. There's a lot going on. You have a lot of World War III talk.
Yeah.
Given the state of things, not surprised that there's been some pushback, but I will say, Black Twitter and the World War III
Oh boy.
comments,
Oh boy.
they're out there.
Oh boy.
Doesn't exactly pose a unified front if
Oh, no.
these United States of America
Oh no.
do have to defend against evil or whatever, what have you. So I invite you all to just type in the hashtags World War III and hashtag Black Twitter. One of my favorites, or one of the most troubling, I should say, it has a GIF of a kid slowly, like playing a video game, laying down, and it says in the tweet, America, hey y'all, World War III starting, you guys close? And it says black folks. Yeah, we 5 minutes away. And it's the kid playing a video game, laying in bed. The memes don't stop there. Lots of Tracy Morgan shaking his head no. It says Black Twitter when you see your name come across the screen for the World War III draft. Many black people saying they now accept the MAGA folks' invitation to go back to Africa. Says racist, go back to Africa, black folk, December 2019. F you, we ain't going anywhere. January 2020, under threat of war. Black folk, what time that plane pulling out? So, Travis, speak up for yourselves. You know, not everybody always agrees with the way wars get going or kicked off. They're just Black Twitter, which is black people, right?
Okay.
Completely just bailing on their brothers and sisters and not wanting to defend the homeland, not wanting to be part of this country you've worked so hard to be part of and help out with.
I'm glad
and
you brought
everything
that
else.
up. I'm glad
So-
you brought it up because I'm gonna turn that retort. I'm gonna make it personal. You know what? My grandfather was a bombardier, World War II.
This is true?
Very true.
Okay.
And
Let's
my
not get caught up
grandfather,
in any false valor.
I'm just saying, no, my grandfather fought for a country that when he returned home, wouldn't allow him to purchase a home, wouldn't allow him to sit at a dinner table, would tell him to go back to the kitchen. He was forced to leave Mississippi, move further up north, landed in St. Louis. Had to leave everything he knew about his life behind after fighting for this country. So excuse me, if African Americans don't want to get caught up in your bullshit war just so you can sit up here and kill more innocent people. Sorry, we don't want to rally behind a false president. Excuse us.
Are you saying that general from Iran was a...
I'm saying at the end of the day, we're not going to sit up here and fight for a country that surely doesn't have time to fight for us. So excuse us if people
I
are
think they do, though.
reticent to want to be involved with this government. Sorry. Oops. I guess there are consequences for being an asshole. And that's one of them.
Gonna be...
You lose credibility. You lose trust. You can't expect the American people to rally behind you. Why? Give me a reason to rally behind this commander-in-chief. Give me one.
Well, you like where you live.
No, that ain't enough. Give me a reason to rally behind this particular commander-in-chief. And why are you so willfully wanting to go into a battle with people you don't even know? You don't even know why we're over in the Middle East.
Is it because they're brown?
I imagine that has a lot to do with it. You got all this energy for those brown people in the Middle East, but y'all ain't saying shit of when Putin come rolling around on top of his bear. When he riding on his bear with his shirt off, y'all ain't got shit to say.
Good one.
Just ride around, do whatever the hell he want. But now, y'all want us to get froggy to go kill more brown people? What we look like? Y'all better get on somewhere.
10 points out for using the phrase froggy.
Yeah.
Damn, man, you want to, the people, boy, y'all got to relax. Have us fight for who? For this guy? Ha! This guy?
Which one of us will make the best soldier?
Chris. No doubt.
And why? This is the only place where that would be like the insulting answer.
Because you follow instructions well.
I don't know. Maybe I do. No, I
Gardner
don't.
and I would be like, let's go get another smoke break, Gardner. Let's go.
Yeah. What do you mean I can't smoke in this foxhole?
Oh, man.
That's it. I'm done.
So,
Wait.
wait.
I'm abandoning my post completely. I'm going AWOL because you won't let me to smoke.
So y'all caught the edible in my system? How y'all know? Y'all good, man. The military, y'all good, man. Y'all real good.
KFB commenting that you should not be using forced to leave Mississippi as an example of a hardship. He thinks
Well, he
that's
did land up
he thinks that's a good thing.
He landed up in Mississippi. He landed in Missouri.
Oh.
Oh, how much better that was.
Mississippi didn't land on your grandfather. Oh, no, wait. Your grandfather didn't land on Mississippi. Mississippi landed on him.
Here, I would be, you know what? I think more black people would be more than happy to be patriotic if that meant that Tiffany and Ivanka and Donald Trump Jr. and Eric
Why are you bringing
were
Tiffany
also,
into this
I'm just
story?
saying, if his kids
She didn't do nothing.
get put into the same situation as kids that look like me, then okay, then I'll consider your patriotism. I'll consider fighting for this country. But you want to send kids from
Them boys like
these
guns.
neighborhoods. You saw the
These
soldiers
streets?
leaving Fort Bragg.
Yeah.
You see these young men who probably come from not a lot, who are being sent over into a war zone about a war they know nothing about. I think it's okay for most Americans to be reticent about fighting a war they know nothing about. We have. It's not as if we don't have
I think
history to back that
yeah,
up,
that's
right?
multiple
So I think
times.
that's I think people are. I think it's okay for black people, as we usually do, as we always have to do for this country. We have to save y'all from yourselves.
What?
We got to be the ones that tell y'all enough is enough. It's always us. We always got to be the people that say, hey, man, relax. We got this. We always got to be LeBron. We got to put the country on our shoulders and carry y'all across the finish line. That's what black people become to this country. We have to carry y'all,
Now,
kicking and screaming, to understand democracy and freedom in this country. We got, I don't know. No, I like living in a cage. No, bring your ass across the lines of democracy. Look for freedom and liberty. That's what black people are for.
what about the
Damn it,
tweet?
no points.
What about the tweet from Black Twitter that says black folk walking into jail after draft dodging, and it's got two people on the Soul Train.
Yeah, we good. Yes.
I'd probably be with Black Twitter there.
Thank you. Chris would too.
I'd be a
Black
draft.
Twitter.
Chris, the thing is, Chris
I
ain't-
would be a draft dodger.
It's gonna
in-
be a lot
in
of.
jail.
You know why the draft doesn't happen? Because there will be too many draft dodgers. Y'all think we giving them Netflix? Oh hell no!
Here's a hot one. It says Black Twitter World War III. My mental health when the recruiter tells me I'm not too old for the draft, and it's Trump, and it's the gif of Trump making fun of the disabled reporter.
Okay, that's not funny.
I took points away on Travis. So.
Oh, come on. Okay, that's fair.
Chris,
That was
Chris
ignorant,
wins
yeah.
that. I can't
was
add
ignorant.
points. He's at 850.
That's fair. No, I just look. I get it. I'm not. It's hard for me right now, and I'm sorry if I get killed for this, but I love this country, but it's hard for me to be patriotic right now. And again, especially when we don't know the pretenses of this attack, we don't know the reasons. Like, it's too many questions for me to sit up here and be like, all right, give me a gun, Chris. Let's go fight him.
Twitter, USA. Now, why did you say you can't go to war? Me. I got AIDS, diabetes, cancer, pregnant, and then a gift saying, you name it. All right.
All right, you did a pretty good defense, Travis, but you still lost 20 points.
That's fair. That's fair.
Black Twitter hurt you there.
My story is this is, I don't know even where to start with this level of embarrassment because the person speaking out on this is a person that has absolutely embarrassed your community. Terry Gilliam, a director, is leaving Las Vegas. Don Quixote. Few popular films. He used to work on Mighty Python. He had some comments about the Me Too movement. He had the comments also recently about Black Panther. He recently said, the 79-year-old white director said that Black Panther was utter bullshit, and that that the creators did not go to Africa to study Africa for the Black Panther project. And he also thinks that he's tired of white men being blamed for everything wrong in the world. He decided to basically, how do I say this?
Is that
without being
it?
polite? He had some comments. I'm trying to.
Man, I was gonna skewer your ass, but he was born in Minneapolis. I figured he was
I
a
checked
British.
as well.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was born
no.
in Minneapolis,
And then he
moved in
Yeah,
1968.
yeah, that's not a good look as well. I was going to get to that.
Oh, 1968. What was going on then that you wanted to get out of the country?
It's very weird.
Huh.
There's no room for modern masculinity, I'm told. The male gaze is over, according to Terry
Yeah, if
Gilliam.
you're trying to honk her boob while you do it, yeah, maybe don't.
He said, Harvey, he did some bad things. When you have power, you don't take responsibility for abusing others. You enjoy the power. That's the way it works in reality. When talking about why he believed Harvey Weinstein became the monster that he ended up being. But Chris, here's a guy, I think, on his marching orders, just loves to pretend to be the victim because people are holding him accountable in his bad behavior, and just typically, like a white man, blaming society for its issues. Defend that. That's not very white manish.
This is a guy. You're focusing on an entire race. This is a guy who I'm going to assume allegedly draft dodged. Whilst you going to the UK in 1968, who did that. So really, he's got dual citizenship now. I put this on the Brits as he made a choice a long time ago, as he was not marching at Selma, and he could have been here through the civil rights movement. He decided to go have tea and crumpets and write silly stories. So your focus, while well-meaning, it's uninformed, sir.
Even taking a book out of Trump's playbook, calling the Me Too movement a witch hunt. That's embarrassing, man.
That's not great.
That's a bad look, man.
I don't think people know what witch hunts are anymore.
Yeah, kind of moving away from.
I don't think no one really understands anything.
So while you did, it was cute how you tried this. This is akin to me leaning on Antonio Brown or Kanye.
It's just another privileged
Or
white
some-
man who decided to abandon his home country in the middle of a war, and then now has a nerve to turn around to tell black people that the creators of Black Panther didn't take the time to understand African culture when coming up with the premise for the film. Like, if that's not tone deaf or representative of today's white male, I don't know what is.
you're sad that they insulted Black Panther.
Oh, this is a bias. That is you being biased, sir, and you have yet to see Black Panther. And because you haven't seen Black Panther, you, sir, should also cause points to be lost from Chris because you promised to see it before the year was over with, and you did not.
If there was a
I
bailiff,
said I would see it in February.
yeah, that's true. Blackuary.
Yeah, because
If there
you
was
still
a
haven't
bailiff
told
here-
me any plans for that.
Yeah, if there was a bailiff here,
Only January
oh yeah,
6th.
he'll
Okay.
get Blackuary started on February 10th.
Yeah,
when he damn well
let's
feels like
remember
it.
you said it's only January 6th when we get to the end of January.
So yeah, cute, but swing and a miss.
Guy grew up in Minnesota
Uh-huh.
and then
And
defected.
defected.
Oh, he defected?
He
Okay.
defected, man.
Chris loses a few more points.
Come
What?
on.
He did.
Come on, man. He
He
defected.
dodged, allegedly.
Draft dodger too. Come on. He did give you the movies 12 Monkeys,
Damn.
but he also gave us the Brothers Grimm. He should lose points for that.
Who was in that?
Exactly.
All right. There we have it.
All right, 810 to 780 is where we stand in
Great
the
start.
first T-Gar of the decade.
Very nice. Real quick, everybody, gatewaypowdercoat.com. Go to that website if you're looking for powder coating in the St. Louis area. They are the #1 resource for powder coating in the Midwest. When you're coming up 55, check out on the left side, it's like 55 in Arsenal. There's a very cool Gateway Powder Coating billboard, too. Snap a picture of that, send it to us, let us know you're out there checking out, supporting our friends at Gateway Powder Coating. GatewayPowderCoat.com. Get your wheels, get your furniture, anything metal. If you can paint it, they can powder coat it. Make sure to take it to them today. Gastropit this Thursday as well. Will O'Donnell's on that show, Trav. Did you know that?
Hey, I know Will O'Donnell. He's
Very
been on
funny
this show.
individual. Yeah, we're going to have a great lineup, and you can stick around for late night barbecue. It's been packed the last few weeks, so get there early and have some fun with us. 8:30 on the Hill, 4916 Shaw Avenue. I was recruiting some of Gaines's reception buddies. They were like, "Oh, there's comedy on the Hill," so
There
they
you
were
go.
excited. It was in their backyard. So
Did you dance?
yeah, I was out there.
Okay. The ankle work up for you?
The ankle is there. It's
It's there.
yeah, it's one of those where it's like, yeah, maybe some yoga in the new year. maybe take the stairs
I
a
had
little
someone
bit more.
telling me about Pilates yesterday.
Oh, what'd you think?
I don't know if I'm fit. Like, do you have to get fit first before you could do like
See,
Pilates or yoga?
Instructors, this probably drives instructors nuts. I used to do this all the time. I would be like, I need to get in shape to go get in shape.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, just get in here and do whatever you're wanting to do because it's going to suck either way.
Is it good for? Would it be decent for my knees? Or my knees gonna?
I think yoga,
hinder
I'm
me?
telling you, if the way Jake the Snake and Scott, who's the other one? Razor Ramon.
Scott Hall?
Scott Hall, the way they were looking and they were knocking on death's door and Diamond Dallas Page brought him back with that yoga, then you are light years ahead of them. So
That's a good
I
point.
think you could do it. Wouldn't that be strange? A smug, in shape gardener who
That
also
would
still smoked?
suck.
You'd be the poster boy for just urban elitism.
Would you guys hate me?
No, I'd like it. You'd get really into men's Lululemon attire.
Yeah, I was
You're
talking
like,
about
it
those.
keeps it tight when I'm on my scooter.
I don't know though. I don't like that kind of pant.
Oh, we'll look into
I
it
need,
for
I
you.
need some room on my thighs.
Okay.
Which is why I'm against this war on loose fit jeans. Which
The
is
war on
real.
loose
It's more real than the war on Christmas.
That's true.
It's true.
Speaking of Me Too, boys,
Oh, no.
the trial for Harvey Weinstein begins today in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
In a walker.
He had a walker this morning, the start of his sexual assault trial. The trial begins more than 2 years after the bombshell stories in the New York Times and the New Yorker quoted women who accused Weinstein of sexual abuse, harassment, secret settlements, and generally using his influence as a Hollywood power broker to take advantage of young women. More than 80 women, I didn't know it was that many.
Mm-hmm.
More than 80 women have publicly accused Weinstein of sexual misconduct. So yeah, this will be the big profile trial of the year, certainly. And,
Think anything will happen with it?
I would be shocked if he's found not guilty. I feel like the deck is pretty much stacked. And
That's what it
and
looks like.
and rightfully so.
But then again, I
honestly.
thought there'd be a bunch of stuff already. But maybe this is just how long it takes.
Yeah, I mean, generally these cases of this profile, you don't bring to trial unless it's an absolute, or as close to a slam dunk as you can get.
Oh,
And
a legal
as a
scholar.
legal analyst,
legal analyst?
I used to work Court TV back in the day.
Oh,
you
with
probably can't.
with Harvey Levin?
Mm-hmm. And I would be outside.
Greta Van
yeah, I would
Susteren,
be
Roger
outside.
Cossack,
Court TV. Is this gonna be on Court TV? 'Cause
Dan
I-
Abrams.
Is there still Court TV? I enjoyed the hell out of Court TV.
I think they just have Impractical Jokers now.
Could they
whatever
have
it's
a
called.
maritime law segment for me?
Impractical Jokers all day, every day. You want to do a maritime law?
Well, if they're doing Court TV, I could use a maritime law segment.
Okay.
I think that's what happened. Impractical Jokers. They just literally just run a marathon. No more trials.
Well, they lost everyone.
Yeah, they did. That's a good point.
Everyone went on to different careers over there.
I think he'll be found guilty, though. I mean, yeah, you don't want to be the DA that charges Harvey Weinstein and misses, do you?
Well, it can happen.
Yeah, that's a big whiff in New York City. That's an embarrassment.
Hasn't a bunch of stuff already been dropped?
No.
I think so. Other things have. Or settled. Is he settled?
There's been talk of settlement. I don't know if it's official.
We're the legal analysts.
Yeah, we are real bad. I don't know. Yeah, it's where you come for the hard hitting stuff.
It's the worst analysis.
The trial is set to last over 2 months.
Oh,
Starts with 2 weeks
God.
of jury selection on Tuesday, and then about 8 weeks of arguments and testimony. Jesus. It's going to be 2 months of these testimonies? God, that's going to be devastating. 2 months?
It's bad news.
Yikes. Damn, so this is going to go all the way up to the start of the baseball season? I guess, man. Rose McGowan also said that Harvey Weinstein brought himself upon her and said that today is a day for us to honor how far we've come and how much we've endured to get here, but it is not the end. Yeah, buddy.
Is that all you got?
And they also had the R. Kelly documentary, that the follow-up to the documentary, Surviving R. Kelly. There was a follow-up that they debuted on Lifetime over the weekend. I think the conclusion ended on Saturday. And it is, yeah, R. Kelly's a horrible human being. I think we knew that. And but this goes into a little bit more as to his place in the culture. Survivors speaking up and how their lives have changed since the documentary.
Is R.
So-
Kelly allowed at wedding receptions still? The music.
That was brought up in the documentary. But here's a question. Here's a
No,
question.
no. Answer my question.
What is R. Kelly brought up? He won't. I wouldn't play him in mine.
Okay.
But if you paying a DJ $10,000 to play whatever the hell he wants, then do whatever you want.
You can tell the DJ what not to.
You
play.
can tell a DJ what not to play, but if you the one footing the bill, then you can do whatever the hell you want. If you don't want to be there at the wedding when they're playing that music, you can sure as hell take your black ass home.
I think.
Sounds like an excuse.
I look there are a couple questions, I guess. Like, what were you gonna say? Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say leave it up to the individual.
Yeah.
I mean,
musically,
I don't think that you're a horrible person if you are jamming to a Chris Brown beat. I don't think that was proven. He did what he did. But if you choose to not support him or question why others would support him, okay, fine. Also,
right.
That's
And that's how that with R. Kelly. Yeah, I have it like people can make the argument that you can separate the two. I can't anymore. Now you may be able to do that with other artists.
You can.
You can for some artists. You're entitled to. You're entitled to do that if you want to with R. Kelly. I can't. Now knowing what I know, I cannot. I can't say that, oh, I like this song, because now I know that song was literally tied to sexual assault. So I'm sorry, I can't listen to that song. Now, if you want to go play it at your wedding reception or in your car, do you? That is your jam. And to Chris's point, I'm not going to sit up here and slam you for it. Do you? But my question I was going to ask, yeah, likely to happen. But my question for you guys, there's the father in this documentary whose daughter he's believed is being held captive by R. Kelly, but of course she's of age, so the police can't tell her to leave the situation because she has told them verbatim that she's there under her own will. So the father has basically been spending years trying to convince his daughter to come home.
Stockholm syndrome type deal.
And so he talks about how it's taken a toll on his family, how it's taken a toll on his marriage. And I'm curious I'm not advocating obviously any level of violence, but if you were in a similar situation, what do you think you would be willing to do when you're trying to get your child back? However,
I'm thinking Commando style, Schwarzenegger.
okay, thank you. That's essentially what I was thinking.
Yeah, because but it wouldn't involve me being in the in the physical process of it, I guess.
But you would
because
consider
I wouldn't be as effective.
Right.
I would want people that are going to be effective
to take care of that for you.
You could facilitate
Yes,
it.
yes.
You could be a facilitator.
But that would be some of the lengths you would consider in order to bring your child home.
Well, if your view is my child is being held captive.
Yes.
And even though the child can walk freely or
Right.
whatever, that mentally they've been taken advantage of
Mm-hmm.
and turned against certain things, then yeah, of course. But
I'm with you, Chris.
But it's
I'm
just-
binging the Taken series.
it's
and-
yes,
Yeah.
I'm with Chris
it's
on
just
that.
I wouldn't be the person to conduct this
Right, I wouldn't do
operation.
the
but you can-
execution, but
you
yeah.
can, you could puppeteer, hire mercenaries.
Hey, yeah, exactly. Treat Williams, substitute too.
There you go.
I'm looking for that kind of guy.
I was just thinking about that man's anguish, and I think it was a few of my friends. We were all sitting around looking at it, and I was just like, I see the hurt. You can feel the hurt almost coming off the screen. You can see his frustration with the entire situation.
Because what I could see so frustrating and sad about it would be you feel like you've lost someone because the person you know is not the same because of what's been done to them mentally.
Absolutely.
And they're right in front of you.
Right.
And that's kind of like, it's almost like, and I don't know if this is a proper analogy or not, but it's like, say someone starts going through dementia or Alzheimer's and stuff like that. They're there in front of you, but
No,
it's
those
not the
feelings can be
same.
correlated.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's not the same for the person, like the person we're talking about, but the people that love those
That's tough.
people.
Yeah.
It could be a similar feeling.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying
And
to.
that's what I think I was trying to wrap my head around, because you obviously empathize and you understand the level of frustration. To your point, Gardner, you're just like you put yourself in the middle of that, and you're just like, well, the man clearly doesn't want to be separated from the rest of his family, hence why he hasn't gone to the Taken route. However, I can understand if he felt like he needed to in order to get the results, because they were very
Does
passionate.
he have other children? Do you
He
know?
does, and even the sisters and his other daughters were talking about how her son and the girl's nephew, like they had a very close relationship, and so it's hard to even explain to him. She said, "I can deal with the hurt. I'm an adult. I can manage the hurt, but for a child, that really messes with them when their TT, as he called her, is not around." And she said it's even more frustrating because it's not like she's dead. Not like she's gone.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and so that frustration of knowing that someone that was so close in your life now gone, but you know they're alive and you believe they're in danger, and there's nothing you can do legally to get them back. I can't imagine that level of anger and frustration. Like, I don't know how you can reason with that. And we were wondering, is this where you as an individual would break? Would this be the part where you go, all right, that's now beyond reason, so I have to take unreasonable
I would have
measures?
to think that there's got to be something legally that can be done, that if there's that much concern, that like is there a way to get in and evaluate a person? You know what I mean?
Right.
Because obviously this girl has talked to
But
authorities,
as an
right?
adult, she can refuse the evaluation, right?
I don't
Does
know.
she, and that one,
You
that's
gotta
what-
want to be helped. And all
yeah,
that.
and I think it's one of those things where she can say, "I'm fine. I don't need to be evaluated." I don't know if her parents.
I
have
don't
that.
know that we have any idea how to analyze this.
Right.
Let's be honest.
Right.
So I would just think that there's got to be something that could be done.
But if there was ever a
legally.
moment where you thought that you've explored every legal option available,
Mm-hmm.
where you would, as Chris said, you go Liam Neeson and be like, "Yo."
Well, I wouldn't personally go leave.
Well, yeah, you wouldn't, but you would be, you would be like the Danny Ocean. You would
Maybe I
plan
could
it.
make the phone call, the cool phone call.
There you go.
Maybe I could do that, and then, hey,
My
just so you know,
people
don't
have a
worry, it's
certain
not
set of
me, it's
skills.
somebody else. Yeah,
Yeah, you'll never see
people
them
I've
coming.
employed. Yes.
Yeah. We are going to get out of here, but tomorrow we'll hit this a little bit more. We do have Brooke Grimsley coming in. Jordan Bennington issued a challenge to Justin Bieber for the NHL All-Star Game. We'll have to dive into that more because there's a bunch of charity stuff getting involved with that. So that could be really cool.
We need to explore too. Travis and I were going through old notes last Friday in my notebook, and a few of our former ideas popped up, and we started laughing.
We'll have to work those out.
Look back at some of those.
Oh man, those are glorious.
Great
Glorious
job
idea.
today, fellas. If you're around Soulard tonight, come by, say hi to Travis and I at 12th night. Gets kicking off at around 5 o'clock. Going to be a fun time. And it's the official start of Mardi Gras. So come say hello, as we'll be in the Soulard area throughout the night tonight. For Travis, for Gardner, for all of you, big thanks, everybody. We're back live tomorrow, 8 a.m. See you then.
Peace.